Good evening and welcome to the John J. Moore Athletic and Fitness Center and Coach Charlie Brown Court as we bring you Skyline Conference men's volleyball action between the Roadrunners of Ramapo College and Carlo Edra and Mike Kutcha and the NJCU men's volleyball Gothic Knights. This is as long of a rivalry as exists in NCAA Division III college volleyball. These teams are meeting for the 68th time, really in a rivalry that just started in the early 1990s. Both teams are actually among the older programs in NCAA Division III. NJCU started in 1990. Ramapo, I believe, slightly before that in the late 80s. But Ramapo has owned this series of late. They've won the last 27 meetings dating to 2006. And they lead the all-time series 56-11. There you see the starting lineup we'll give you here for Ramapo. Go through that, bring that back up on the screen. Sophomore setter Josh Titus out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Eric Van Thyn, senior out of Newtown, Pennsylvania. Freshman middle blocker Jack DiGirolamo out of Howell High School and Freehold, New Jersey. Jason Vanderwilt, a 6'5 junior outside from Maywood out of Hackensack High School. Steve Codispado, a senior outside from Massapequa, New York. And the middle blocker, junior Connor Charlo out of Towson, Maryland, number 12. Tyler Plitt, I should say, is the libero wearing number 21. Here's your lineup for the Gothic Knights. Jonathan Andrews today was named both the New Jersey Athletic Conference and the Skyline Player of the Week. He has just been on fire all season. Leo Ferrari, sophomore setter out of Kearney. The other outside will be Nick Figueroa. He'll be out there primarily for defensive purposes, and you'll likely see either James Bezier, if he is healthy and ready to go, or potentially have an option there, probably between Martin Kromolak or Julian Morera. Julian Morera is listed as a right side starter, but he's really able to move around anywhere on the court. Brandon De Silva gets to start at middle, one of the nation's leader in blocks. And Jeffrey Rodriguez, who today was named the NJAC Defensive Player of the Week after having just an all-around tremendous week last week. Well, he is now in the lineup in the middle. The libero for the Gothic Knights today will be Richard Valentin, freshman out of Piscataway, New Jersey, getting the start today on defense. The Gothic Knights are 8-6 on the year. They're 2-1 in the Skyline. They've won their last three. Ramapo is 11-7. They're 4-0 in the league, in first place overall, and they have won their last two. Ramapo won the first meeting between these teams a little bit over a week ago in Mawa, 25-16, 19, and 18. We'll see how NJCU fares here on its home court. Bruce Hanolt will be the lead official for this one. And this is an important week of volleyball for the Knights. They will not be back at home after this one until March 20th. They will play 6 consecutive road or neutral matches in between now and then, including back-to-back matches against St. Joe's of Long Island, which was the preseason favorite in the league. They are at St. Joe's on Wednesday, and then they will be in action on Sunday in a tri-match at Yeshiva, St. Joe's and Yeshiva. We have to congratulate Yeshiva on the men's basketball side. They had a historic season, and they're going to the NCAA tournament with a 27-game winning streak. That's the longest of any men's team in Division I, II, or III. 27-1 overall. They were, of course, victorious over the NJCU men's basketball team earlier this year in a very close game in New York City. And that's a good transition for us to give credit and props to the Gothic Knight men's basketball team, which for the 5th year in a row is going to the NCAA tournament, or I should say the postseason tournament, after 3 straight years in the NCAAs. They didn't make the NCAAs this year, but they did qualify for the ECACs as the number 3 seed in their sectional. On Wednesday night in New York City, they'll take on John Jay. NJCU is 16-0 all-time against the Bloodhounds. But John Jay this year is certainly a team to be concerned about. They were the Cognac regular season champions, losing in overtime in their conference championship game last week. Winner of that game will take on the winner of Widener and Baruch on Friday in the quarterfinals out in Pennsylvania. So we are just about set to go. Ramapo will have the first serve. And to get us going, we Jason Vanderwitt, the junior from Maywood, New Jersey. He's averaging 2.36 kills and 0.30 aces per set. Serve by Valentin, outside to Andrews, who puts it away. Andrews averaging incredible numbers right now, including 3.64 kills per set. Got 166 points on the season. Nobody else on the team with more than 88. He is certainly putting up potential player of the year numbers in both the NJAC and the Skyline. Serve for NJCU. Block is put up. That is put back. Ramapo in the middle, off the triple block. It's going to fall in for a kill. So Van Thyn with the winner. And serving will be Codispado. In the middle, one-handed dig. Good dig there by Vanderwilt. Back to Andrews, to their staple, dug up by Ramapo. One-on-one, and putting it away is Van Thyn, the senior captain. Thyn's had a very good career for Ramapo out of Council Rock North. Ramapo with a 2-1 lead. That's long. Ferrari with the good serve. Dug up by Andrews, and De Silva with the ball handling error, and he knows that he should have set his feet there. Tried to jump set that one. Connor Charlo, the 6'7" junior out of Towson, Maryland. Ferrari tracks it down. Andrews will send it into open space. And in the middle, wide open. The block was late, and DiGirolamo puts it away. (4-2) Roadrunners on top. Ramapo is coached by Mike Hrabchek. I always say that name wrong. Oh my, after all these years. Hrabchek in his 4th year as head coach of the Roadrunners. Former outstanding player himself. That one into the net, and John Andrews back to serve. So Figueroa is actually going to stay in the front row and hit. Coach Edger has made other changes there offensively this year. We'll see how Figueroa does as Andrews puts this one too long, 5-3 Roadrunners. Ira Thor with you here at the John J. Moore Athletic and Fitness Center. Saturday we were here for a tri-match. NJCU swept Sarah Lawrence and Mount St. Vincent. Herrera puts that one into space. Chance for a block, and it's blocked back but kept alive. Valentin to Ferrari in the middle. De Silva tips it, but it's kept alive. Dug up by Vanderwilt. And then off the antenna, attacking error on the Roadrunners. And then on Friday we had the 21st NJCU Athletics Hall of Fame induction. About 270 people were here for what was a long event, but one of the best events NJCU hosts on this campus, period. And it only is every 2 years. Next one won't be till 2022. And that is a cross-court winner here for Vanderwilt. Vanderwilt is one of 5 players on this team that averages more than 2.25 kills per set. A lot of options for Ramapo, which averages 11.73 kills per set. Morera off the block, roosted for the kill. And entering to serve will be Alex Umanzor. Knights up by one, or down by one, I should say. Dug up by Andrews. Ferrari to Figueroa. That's blocked back. Ferrari. Oh, and he sends it deep. It probably would have been long, but Ramapo dug to try to keep it alive, and Van Thyn got a piece of it to tie it 6-6. As Ferrari, the converted outside hitter, now starting at setter, showing his all-around ability. Don't know about that one. That was passed at about waist high. I thought that was a carry. Ramapo gets away with that one and gets the kill for a 7-6 lead. Credit DiGirolamo with the kill. And serving will be DiGirolamo. In the middle, Rodriguez tries to power that one through. Dug up by Codispado. Blocked back again. Third opportunity. This time Valentin's there. Ferrari outside. Figueroa tools the block. Figueroa, 6'1" freshman out of Jersey City and County Prep High School. Did not open the year as a starter. James Bajer was in that spot, but Bajer is out with an injury. So Figueroa trying to take advantage of any opportunity he gets. And he will serve. 7-7, we're knotted here in set one. Free ball there is Rodriguez with a hand, and then Andrews. That one is tipped at the net. And over the block, Codispado puts it down. The Knights didn't recognize the tip in tie. Ramapo leads 8-7. And an ace, miscommunication there between Valentin and Andrews. Valentin is the libero, that's his call. And another ace. It works 2 times in a row. As they miscommunicate again, Carlo Edra out to have a word with his service team there. Serve reception is the key to men's volleyball more than anything. Andrews, nice pass. And Rodriguez slips it through. In men's volleyball, more than any version of this sport, men's or women's, the service game is critical. Obviously, at every level, you can't pass, you can't win. But with the power jump serves that you see in men's volleyball, you could easily get blown off the court if you're not able to pass the ball. Connor Charlo with the kill in the middle. And Ramapo's got a 3-point lead. And Codispado back to serve. Good serve. Valentin's there. Back row, Figueroa. Actually, Umanzor. And putting it straight down is De Silva. Free ball opportunity. Ramapo just trying to keep the ball alive, and De Silva with his easiest kill of the day. Andrews back to the front row. Julian Morera's in. Knights within 2. Andrews is there. Ferrari. Nice set. And Morera. Oh, he splits 2. It was all the set there by Ferrari, completely keeping Ramapo flat-footed, and Morera does the rest. And the Knights are within 1. One-on-one, and winning that battle was Van Thyn off of the hands of Morera. That's a tough matchup there. An experienced hitter will almost always win the one-on-one battle, no matter how good the block is. And 12-10, Roadrunners to serve. That's going to be too long. Service there by Charlo. We are live here in Jersey City. Ira Throw with you on Gothic Vision. Paul Tanasili is our director. And on camera today, John Putter, Ricky Voss. Baseball has a day off, so they're helping us out here. Nearly blocked down. Another opportunity here, covered by Figueroa, and then Figueroa is just going to have to free ball this one over. In the middle, Figueroa, Valentin. De Silva gets his hands on it once again. Marrera off balance on it. He clips the antenna. Two-point lead for the Roadrunners as we get deeper here in the first set. Outside to Figueroa, too long. Also too wide as that sailed into the Roadrunner bench. Gothic Knights are going to use their first time out. Hey fans, did you know that NJCU Gothic Vision now has its own app? It's true. If you have an iPhone, go to the App Store and download the NJCU Gothic Vision app today. It's free. Watch all home games that you cannot attend live on your mobile device. And if you miss it live or just want to see it again, go back and watch it on demand. All this available now in the App Store. Download the Gothic Vision app. Get the app today. If you have an Android device, sorry. There you see where we are. 14-11, Ramapo leading in game number 1. Again, the next action at home for the Knights, not until March 20th when Concordia of Wisconsin makes their first ever trip to Jersey City. Knights have 3 home matches left this season. March 20th, March 24th against Purchase, and then March 26th against Yeshiva. De Silva tries to tip that one down, and that is wide. Point for the Knights. I will be with you on the air for the 24th. The 26th, they're going to overrule this one. And they're going to say that NJCU got a piece of it, and it goes over to the Roadrunners. So a 4-point lead for Ramapo. Figueroa. That one somehow going to, it's going to be a ball handling error. The Knights able to capitalize. Ramapo desperation mode, trying to send that one over. The 26 against Yeshiva. My assistant Jim Turvey will bring you the play-by-play for that one, as I will actually be at Red Bull Arena that night making my international soccer debut, announcing Greece against Costa Rica. Thrilled for that opportunity. Not the first time ever to get to announce on an international stage. I think the Greek names are going to be the greatest challenge in my career, but it will be a fun experience nonetheless. 4-point lead for Ramapo after that service error. Ferrari back set. Marrera going to tip it to space, but well covered by the libero Plitt, who's this week's Skyline Conference Libero of the Week. Figueroa tips it deep. Not a lot of offense there. Ramapo tries to capitalize, and they do, as cross-court Vanderwilt with the winner. Good serve, Andrews there. Figueroa swings and a double block. DiGirolamo, Vanderwilt. And Ramapo beginning to pull away here in the middle of set 1. They lead by 6. As a team, Ramapo, not the best blocking team, averaging 1.38 per set. In contrast, Brandon De Silva for NJCU averages 1.19 blocks per set just himself. NJ to serve, Sue to serve. It's Umanzor. Dug up. Good dig here by Andrews. Figueroa swings. He gets blocked again. Same combination. In the middle, Jeffrey Rodriguez hammers it home. Oh, catching the open space there is Charlo. And that's a service error. Side out Knights. Covered here, Rodriguez. Andrews, and that's blocked back. Well covered, though, by the middle Rodriguez. Andrews' second opportunity. Too long. Six-point lead. Andrews makes it 5 with the kill. Ferrari will serve here, and NJCU trailing by 5. Trying to see if they could clip this lead a little bit. Ferrari, one of the better servers on the team. Figueroa and Andrews couldn't save it, so it's a kill for Ramapo. Valentin with the pass. Oh, and Ferrari's set. Too high for De Silva. And Ramapo 2 points away from taking the opening set. Charlo, jump serve into the net. Six-point lead for Ramapo. Andrews to serve for NJCU. Misses long, and Ramapo is set point, leading 24-17. And back to serve here is Titus, the setter. De Silva, that's blocked back. And the Knights cannot keep it alive. Solo block by Jack DiGirolamo ends game number 1. And Ramapo has a 1-0 lead in the match, 25-17. Then JCU will try to chip away at this deficit in set 2. Played very strong against Rutgers Newark last Tuesday, the number 6 ranked team in the country, which had not lost more than 5 sets the whole season. We'll see if NJCU able to chip away here when we come back on Gothic Vision. You're watching NJCU Men's Volleyball. Back here for set number 2. No changes for the Knights. And don't appear to see any changes out there for Ramapo either. Again, keep in mind, this is not an NJAC match. NJCU and Ramapo are unique because they both play in the NJAC and the Skyline. NJCU and Ramapo were members of the Skyline in the past with Kane. Both teams left the league after the 2017 campaign. NJCU competed as an independent in 2018 and 2019. Andrews and Rodriguez says welcome back with that block. But NJCU and Ramapo were asked to come back this year, partially because Skyline needs a certain number of members to keep their automatic bid. And NJCU and Ramapo were happy to oblige, so they had an opportunity for an NCAA tournament bid, and that one is powered through by Charlo. And you would think NJCU and Ramapo are going to be in the playoffs every year that they're part of the Skyline. Both are upper echelon teams, along with St. Joe's, Long Island, and I would probably say Mount St. Vincent would be the 4th based on what I've seen so far, but that could really go any way. But there's also an NJAC championship. Kane and Rutgers Newark also sponsor the sport, as that is powered through and put away by Vanderwilt. There is no tournament because there's only 4 teams that sponsor the sport, so it'll come down to who has the best overall record in 4 NJAC, or really 3 NJAC matches, because 1 meeting each officially between Kane, Rutgers, Newark, and Ramapo. NJCU is already 0-3 as they've lost to Newark, Kane, and Ramapo this year. So Newark and Kane, one of them is a carry. One of them is going to be the league champion, and that will be determined on March 17th. I'm on the 4-person NJAC championship committee, so I will be there on March 17th to help see one of those teams given the hardware. Would not be surprised, though, in the future to see more teams in the NJAC of traditional members, like a Stockton, adding the sport, or, as that is a kill on the outside by Cadispado, or seeing maybe some members of another league that doesn't have an AQ merge with the NJAC, like they do with football, to get an AQ. I could see that happening as an option. But as of right now, these teams, these rivals, members of 2 different leagues, and NJCU with the kill there in the middle takes their first lead of the day. And that is powered home by Van Thyn. Tied at 4, it'll be Charlo to serve. And on the free ball, put away by Ramapo. And that is on the line. An ace for Charlo. Ramapo back in front. And that's into the net. So Andrews now in the back row where he can also attack, and that will be an option. Blocked at the net. Figueroa tries to keep it alive and does, and sent over by Valentin. And then blocked. Solo block by a pumped up Figueroa. We are talking about this one. We should be even at 6-6. Now they're awarding this thing as a double touch by Figueroa. Figueroa and De Silva were both in the middle there, so it was just a matter of who got their hands on it. And it's 7-5 Ramapo. Serving is Titus. And Figueroa's going to have to send this one deep after that set was a little tight. Nice back set. Covered by Ferrari. Pushed outside. Morera tries to tip it to open space, but Titus is there. From the back row. Can they cover it? De Silva with the save, and Figueroa got the block. Wow. An alert play there to see that Vanderwilt had leaped to try to block it, and it didn't touch much of Vanderwilt, but enough to get the call. And De Silva, who is number 2 in the country in blocks per set as a freshman, back to serve. Can't block, though, from the back row. Ferrari. And Figueroa with the free ball. Everybody now in blocking position. And not enough, though, is taking advantage of that. Van Thyn puts it away. That is his 6th kill in 9 swings, no errors, a 667 attack rate. And he will go back to serve as Ramapo leads by 2. Clips the tape. Ferrari tries to save. Morera, oh, what coverage there by Ferrari on the dig. Back set 1-on-1, nice block it back. Rodriguez got his big paws in the way. Another block attempt. And, oh, sliding too early was Valentin. Valentin, who's getting the start today over J.J. Bertasia, key member of our Gothic Vision crew during basketball season. Morera 1-on-1, tools the block. And we'll see Manzor re-entering for NJCU. His team down by 2. And a double block, Ferrari, and NJAC Defensive Player of the Week, Jeffrey Rodriguez. From the back row, dug up by Valentin. Oh, and a ball handling error on Figueroa. Two-point lead for the Roadrunners, and serving will be DeGirolamo. And he gets an ace. And a service error. Gothic Knights with the side out. So basically just traded points there, an ace and a service error. And Nick Figueroa, the server. Figueroa, I should say Valentin there. Figueroa covers and then swinging away and just missing from the back row. Alex Manzor. and left short. Rodriguez serving his team up. I should say down and trying to get back into it, but that's not going to help, as left wide open on the outside was Charlo, and he just puts it through. 3-point lead. This is about the point in the first set where Ramapo began to pull away, and serving will be Cadispado. Outside to Andrews. He's got to get more involved. And dug up and then blocked back by the 6'6" De Silva. I don't think that one ever went over. Wow, what a save, and then De Silva sends it over. Says great save by Ferrari, one-on-one. Dug up by Figueroa. Ferrari's there. Andrews off balance. And Ramapo with a big break. The Knights are going to call timeout, but that first attack never went over. The referees missed it, and Ramapo, instead of being up by 2, they're up by 4, as 1 point can make a huge difference. And we are going to take a timeout as well. Be right back for set number 2. We'll see how this one closes. Ramapo up by 4. (14-10). Andrews, good one there. And De Silva, when you have that much time in the middle, off of a perfect pass, chances are very high you're going to result in a kill. And the Knights get the side out they needed off of the timeout. Never want to call timeout and then not score off of it. 3-point lead for Ramapo. Ferrari, good serve. That's going to be tight. And winning that joust. No! Diving save for Ramapo by Vanderwilt. So the Knights need another opportunity. This time De Silva tips it over. And from the back row, missing are the Roadrunners. A golden opportunity they could not exploit. Two-point lead. And putting it away was Charlo. Charlo's 5th kill in 8 swings, 625 percentage. Ramapo's got 20 kills. They're hitting 294 as a team right now. Knights, 13 kills, 9 errors on attack. 3-point lead for the Roadrunners as Charlo back to serve. Figueroa covers it well. Back set. Andrews gets blocked. Van Thyn and DiGirolamo. And that is wide. Andrews is back to serve. And just missing. Titus. 13-17. NJC trails. And a one-on-one. Oh, what a save by the Knights. No. Bruce Hanold saying it touched the floor. So one-on-one, DiGirolamo wins the battle against De Silva. And Ramapo, their lead is now 5. De Silva misses wide, nearly takes off the head of Ramapo head coach Mike Haravchek, who has to do some fancy footwork to avoid being struck by that one. His squad up by 6. De Silva in the middle, again dug up and put away from the back row after the dig by Titus. And it's 20-13. That's short. So Cadispado had the back row kill, and then Titus left it short, but Ramapo with a comfortable lead. Can the Knights chip away? In the middle, left all alone. DiGirolamo had the entire middle of the court to stare at. And Ramapo 4 points away from a 2-0 lead. And an ace as Van Thyn splits Valentin and Andrews. And that is long. (22-15). Umanzor with the serve. Back row kept alive by the Knights, and Rodriguez will just send it over. Van Thyn sets from the back row, covered by Umanzor. Ferrari. Oh, and Rodriguez was too early. Rodriguez was too early, and the set by Ferrari was too high, and together that makes Ramapo a 2-point away from taking this set. 23-15. And trying to hit the deep corner was Figueroa. He missed, and Ramapo has set point. Ramapo won the first game 25-17, trying to win this one by 10. They won't, as that serve into the net. (24-16). Figueroa to serve. Rodriguez. Knights are lucky there. That one never went over. Manzor, Ferrari, Andrews, wide of the antenna, and Ramapo takes the second set, 25-16, and they lead tonight's match 2-0. Ramapo with a 16-point advantage so far in the stat column. They're hitting .298 as a team. The Gothic Knights are hitting in negative territory. 13 kills, 15 errors. Got to clean that up if they want to have a chance in set 3 when we come back. Back here for set number 3. Dan official Scott Scraggs looking for something. I think he was looking for the starting lineups. Came over to me as if I have the solution to that one, and I don't always have a solution. I don't have a solution at all for the Gothic Knights hitting woes right now, as they are trying to do too much. Ramapo obviously plays very good defense. Tyler Plitt is 11th in the country in digs per set, leading that defense. And as a team, Ramapo's a top 25 type team in the country defensively, but hasn't really been overpowering the rest of the year, though. And we're going to get one change here in the middle. It'll be Christian Ramirez, not as good of a blocker as Jeffrey Rodriguez, but he's definitely runs a faster offense. And Knights need to get some offense going more than anything right now. They lead 1-0. Ramirez will serve. And a double block. De Silva and Ferrari. And the Knights with a 2-0 lead. Knights really have 3 options, primarily at middle. You know De Silva's going to be out there. He's one of the best blockers in the country already. So it's either going to be Jeffrey Rodriguez, the sophomore, or Christian. That's a ball handling error and a 3-0 lead. It'll either be Rodriguez or Christian Ramirez as your primary starter at number 2 middle. Ivan Alberti is going to see some time this year. The young freshman has played well when he's been out there, but doesn't have the experience of the other 3 players. And if you really need to, Julian Marrera has played some middle in his career and excelled there. And that's left short, 4-0 Knights. And if you really, really needed a middle, Jonathan Andrews played middle in high school. He actually converted to outside here at NJCU. Probably undersized for a middle at this level at 6'3". What a dig by Figueroa. And Ferrari's going to send this one over. The Knights will reset. And that is into the table and nearly decapitates one of our official statisticians, Jalissa Olsen, who is lucky to be alive. No, I'm kidding. She's fine. She just had the bejesus scared out of her. It's 4-1. They kept the computer safe, though. That's always key. Tipped over by Ferrari on 2. What a dig by Valentin. The Knights playing with a lot more energy here in this set. Valentin's there again. Can the Knights capitalize? Andrews off the block. And a 5-1 lead for NJCU. Not the best throw I've ever made. Off the underside of the track. I get a laugh from all the baseball players. And that's going to make nobody laugh because De Silva with the solo stuff. Clip it, Tanasili. 6-1 Knights. After that last kill by Andrews went over the scorer's table, George Deaver threw it back to me. I tried to chuck it to our ball runner, and I woefully missed, as did that serve. Let's just say Tom Brady's got nothing to be concerned about. 6-2, Charlo will serve for Ramapo. Knights showing something here in the third set, trying to keep this match alive. Ferrari tracks it down and is... Oh, and De Silva finds an open spot! As Ferrari chased it down, Mike Kutcha, the Gothic Knight associate coach, kept him from running into the bench. Mike Kutcha is a cop for a living. His primary job is saving lives, and he did there with Ferrari, and then De Silva destroyed it. Ferrari with the dig. Outside now. Martin Kromelak just checked in for the first time. The two-time Conference Rookie of the Week. Ball sent over. Ferrari's there. Valentin. Back set. Andrews back row who had to stop and was off balance. Not the best set in the world. Andrews couldn't keep it in play. And the Roadrunners have clipped this lead to 7-3. Valentin, good pass. Ferrari outside. Morera, puts it away. Plitt was there, but didn't read it well. And Brandon Da Silva will serve. Different look here in the front row with Morera, Kromelak, and Ramirez. Morera will swing on the outside now. 3 good blockers. That one too long. And maybe this was the lineup the Knights needed to have. Coach Edger's got a lot of options this year. 19 players, the biggest roster in school history by a long shot. Really 3 or 4 deep at every position, which is a great option to have. And what that does as coaches is gives you flexibility. And when things aren't going well, it gives you options to try new things to see if you can get the team going. And so far, so well here in the third set. It's a very low pass again. Andrews there. Great pass. Over to Morera. And it tools the block again. And the Knights, energy, lead 10-3. And the Roadrunners called their first timeout of the day. Well, the Knights have turned it around here in the third set. Problem is they trail 2 sets to none, so they have a big hill to climb against a team that they haven't beaten since 2006. We'll be back in just a minute to see how NJCU responds after the Ramapo timeout. Knights lead 10-3. And another attack here for Ramapo, which is falling apart. Blocked back by the Knights. Knights have 2 blockers there, but Ramapo able to find an open spot. Vanderwilt puts it away. (11-4) Knights in front. Van Thyn, Andrews, nice pass. Morera, and then tipped into open space by a heads-up Martin Kromelak, and the crowd is getting into it. And Kromelak, the 6'7", 2-time Rookie of the Week, out of Garfield to serve. Good serve there. Knights cut off the antenna. Ferrari to Ramirez. That is dug up by Plitt. And a great angle there for the Knights, cutting off the angle again. Morera has the pin. Oh, and this time Tooling the block was Vanderwilt. And then a little conversation there between Bruce Hanelt, the head official, and Joey Marrera. (12-5) NJCU. Marrera again tooling the block. Well, he's been in every position you could imagine in his career other than libero and center. Maybe outside's the right spot for the senior from Miami, as Figueroa will come in to serve. Marrera actually is a pretty decent server. He had 7 aces against Sarah Lawrence on Saturday. But Figueroa, a nice float. You saw it right there. And a triple block, but Charlo able to find a way through. And the lead is 7. Andrews, another good pass. Ferrari, Ramirez, into the back corner. Actually sticks it right on the back line. The best possible spot. Makes the defense think about it. And let's be clear, when you have to think about it in volleyball, when it's that fast, when you have to think rather than react, it's not always a good look. Well, nice react there as they attack on 2, and then Figueroa alertly puts it over. 8-point lead for the Knights, and putting away Charlo. That is his 8th kill in 15 swings, hitting 400. That is a match high. Marrera's got 6 for NJCU. Van Thyn also 6 more for Ramapo. Good pass by Figueroa. Outside, Andrews destroys it. Jonathan Andrews, when you give him that much time on the pin, you're going to lose. And the lead is 8. Knights have this kind of energy all match. They win. Cross court, and that is put away by Van Thyn. This is the energy and really just the tenacious volleyball the Knights had in their first set against Rutgers, Newark, going against one of the best teams in the country last week. Harder to do that against a Newark for 5 sets. Ramapo, obviously, very good team, but not at the level of Newark. And Kromolak misses badly on that one. The Roadrunners are 11-7 on the year. NJCU 8-6. Now Ramapo's played a pretty competitive schedule. Vassar and Endicott, some non-Division III teams in Warner and Weber International. De Silva, that one is dug up. Oh, and Andrews, one hand saves it. Valentin puts it over. I should say Figueroa does. And Ramapo has to rally to keep that one alive. It's going to come over. Kromolak straight down on the line. Ramapo's head coach Mike Horobchek is arguing that, saying that it was a carry, but same thing Ramapo's been doing all match, so you're going to call it one way, you got to call it both ways. Andrews to serve, 6-point lead. Got a piece of the block there. Ferrari and Kromolak slipped. Well, Kromolak slipped. Head athletic trainer and lover of Girl Scout cookies, Carla Mejia, comes over with a towel to try to save the day. Ashley Pace, our assistant athletic trainer, ordered about 20 boxes of Girl Scout cookies for my 5-year-old daughter, Julia. And Carla Mejia did not get her order in time. So she's going to try to sneak a couple boxes off of Pace's desk. In the meantime, she's trying to keep everybody's ankles intact. And Ramapo will serve, leading by 6. Andrews, Ferrari, De Silva. Ramapo's going to try to run this one down. I thought that was a double contact there. In the middle, doesn't matter. De Silva powers it home. Meanwhile, Mike Kutchin nearly takes out the side ref, line judge, when he knocks the ball back. 17-10, Knights lead. De Silva serving. And over the block with the kill, Vanderwilt. He's quickly now jumped into the team lead with 9 kills. Good lead for the Knights, but not over yet. And Thine to serve, and he lands an ace. Andrews was pinched a little bit too far to the middle. That is the 7th ace for the Roadrunners. The lead is now just 5. If Ramapo's going to rally, they're going to do it with their service game. That won't help as Van Thine misses into the net. Kromelak will serve. Kromelak, good serve there. Knights save it. Ramirez, Andrews, and then Ferrari's just going to send this one into open space. 1-on-1. Andrews with the dig. Kromelak not a setter. I think they'll be working on that with their outsides and their right sides and their middles in practice coming up, just in case. 3-point there for the Roadrunners. They trail by 5. Andrews, Ferrari, Ramirez, and then put back by Charlo. And Ramapo has cut this deficit down to 4. What was a comfortable lead for the Knights now requires some work to maintain. Moreira blocks straight down. Double block by Vanderwilt and Charlo. And the Knights are going to call timeout. The lead is 3, 18-15 here in the third set. Ramapo leads 2-0. The Knights trying to force a fourth when we come back. Three-point lead after the timeout. Can the Knights get a side out? Not here. Kromelak with the pass. Moreira takes something off of it. Covered, though, by Van Thine. And Ramapo. Vanderbilt is short. And the Knights leave it short. A costly service error, perhaps. Vanderwilt serves. Already got 2 aces in this match. And a kill for Ramirez as he tools the block. Not something that's easy to do when the block comes in the middle, but he pulled it off. Knights lead 20-16. Covered there by Andrews, running it down. Kromelak, cross court with power, but a good dig by Vanderwilt. Van Thyn now covered by Figueroa, outside double on Ferrari. I thought so too, Mike Kutcha. I thought so too. And Cadispado will serve for the Roadrunners. Off the tape, Andrews, a good pass nonetheless. Back to Andrews, and he misses long. And the lead is 2. Ramapo trying to rally from what was an 8-point deficit. Good pass again by Andrews. In the middle, De Silva leaves it short. And the Knights going to use their last timeout, up by 1. Fans, are you following the Gothic Knights on Instagram? On your mobile device, follow at NJCU Gothic Knights to follow all the actions for our teams, learn about upcoming events, award winners, news, or just see great video and photo content, plus team takeovers and IG stories. Follow the NJCU Gothic Knights on Instagram today. And for all the most current news in real time, follow the Gothic Knights on Twitter. That handle at NJCU Athletics. We are hashtag Jersey City's team. Serving is Cadispado. That's going to come over. Ferrari there to try to block it. Blocked back by the Knights. And that is on the line. And Ramapo has tied the match. Knights had a big lead, but Ramapo has chipped away, and the kill by Charlo evens it at 20-all. As service error puts NJCU back in front. Can NJCU capitalize? Ferrari, one of their better servers, perhaps their best. The next 2 servers for NJCU will be Ferrari and then Andrews slated to follow. Good serve. Blocked. Oh, somehow kept alive and tipped over. Ferrari to De Silva. That's blocked back. Knight's going to cover. Ferrari. Back set. Kromelak sends it over, and another ball handling error. Some inconsistency on the calls today. Evident there. 21-all. Charlo the server. Andrews handcuffed by that one. Figueroa runs it down. Free ball over by Ferrari. Knights need a block here. Don't get it, but they do get a big dig, and then Valentin sends it over. From the back row. And a kill as Cadispado slips it somehow through a triple block. And the Roadrunners are now in front, 22-21. And I think the Ramapo bench is having a towel chant. That is probably first. Charlo, the server, has got 2 aces in this match, 5 service errors. Now 6. So we're tied again at 22, and this has become a 3-point set. Julian Marrera's back in. John Andrews is the server for the Knights. Sent over, Marrera sends it deep. From the back row, Ferrari with the dig. Fountain's there, looking for Kromolak. Tough angle, sends it back. Keeps it alive. Kromolak's there, and then Kromolak and Ferrari collide. Ferrari can't maintain his composure on his feet, and a big break for the Roadrunners as the right side and the setter collide. And Ramapo with the ball in their hands. Josh Titus will serve to try to give his team match point. De Silva says not so fast. The 4-time Skyline Conference Rookie of the Week will go back to serve after pounding one through. We're tied at 23. De Silva now with 4 kills. Good serve. Left it a little short. One-on-one block, and that is put away by Van Thyn. His 8th kill without an error, and he will go back to serve. The Roadrunners have match point. Andrews with the pass. Kromolak, cross court, gets it. And we play on, 24 all. NJCU had a big lead in this one. Ramapo rallied to take a pair of 1-point leads. They had match point. Kromolak, he'll serve. And he misses long, and the Roadrunners have their second match point. 25-24 here in the third. And back to serve will be Jack DiGirolamo. He's got 1 ace today. Roadrunners have 7 as a team. Andrews is there. Ferrari to Marrera. From the back row, tipped, but Kromolak is there. Outside, Marrera. Oh, and the block falls in. Double block by Vanderwilt and Charlo. And this one is over as Ramapo with a big rally here in the third set. And they come back to knock off the Knights in 3. 26-24 in the third. And your final set scores today, 25-17, 25-16, 26-24. The Roadrunners move to 5-0 in the Skyline, first place in the league. The Knights, their 3-match winning streak comes to an end. 8-7 overall. They are 2-2 in the league with a couple tough matches coming up next. Playing St. Joe's of Long Island in back-to-back matches before facing Yeshiva to close out this week of conference play. Take a quick look at our leaders today as Ramapo hit 240 as a team with 34 kills and just 11 errors. The Knights had 27 kills but committed 22 attack errors, double that of the Roadrunners. Vanderwilt had 10 kills, hit 231 with 2 aces and 5 digs. Charlo, big day, 389 attack. He had 9 kills and 2 aces along with 3 blocks. And then Van Thyn, we talked about him a moment ago, 8 kills, no errors, hit 381 with 7 digs and 2 aces for the Knights. Really couldn't get anybody going consistently. Marrera was the top attacker with 6 kills. Andrews had 5 kills, only swung 17 times, had 6 errors, 7 digs, and 2 blocks. De Silva probably had the brightest all-around day. 4 kills, 4 blocks, 2 solo, along with 4 digs. And Leo Ferrari, 22 assists, 9 digs, and 2 aces. That's it for this broadcast of Gothic Vision. We're not back on the air for volleyball until Concordia on March 20th. In fact, It's our last Gothic Night, Gothic Vision broadcast for a while. We are going to try to bring you in Texas the neutral site game between NJCU and Howard Payne. That is the only game where we are the host team. It's actually a neutral site game. So I'm going to experiment a little bit when we're down there on Monday. I don't know what the internet's going to be like, so I can't promise everyone like we did a year ago when we were in Florida, because we're more familiar with the infrastructure. But we're going to try. Some of the games on that trip will be broadcast by the host schools as well. Otherwise, the next broadcast on Gothic Vision will be Concordia right here from the JMAC on March 20th. This Gothic Vision broadcast has been a copyrighted production of New Jersey City University Athletics. All rights are reserved. For more information, please contact the NJCU Office of Athletic Communications. For our camera guys today, John Putter and Ricky Voss, and our director, Paul Tanasili, I'm Ira Thor. Thanks for watching NJCU Men's Volleyball.